see something and I know.
If you're one of those folks who like to rack up points for flying, hotels, all that kind of stuff, listen to this. Citibank has decided to send out 1099 tax forms and say those points are now taxable income. Can they do this, and what can you do to fight back? Joining us this morning is Brian Kelly, better known as the Points Guy. Hey, Brian.
How are you?
I'm mad about this.
Me too.
How did they do this? What happened?
Well, basically, just to clarify, a lot of people got 1099s this year for points that they accrued opening up Citibank checking and savings accounts. So these tax forms aren't yet for credit cards or other things, but people have been really surprised to get tax bills for points. And
so if you get a 1099, that means that that's income.
Exactly. So Citi's telling the government, we paid this person, in this case, $625, which is the equivalent of 25,000 miles in their eyes. So it's up to you to decide how to approach this with the government, since it's your tax return that you're in control of.
But so many things with the IRS, you don't get options. They don't ask, oh, Trina, do you want to pay your taxes this year? Oh, no, darling, let's not do it this year. It's not like that.
Exactly. But this is a very gray area. The IRS has come out and said, yes, technically points can be taxed, but in the past they've never pursued it. And I have objections to this for many different reasons, especially how Citi valued these points at 2.5 cents each.
I mean, but I thought it was a gift. They were giving you something, so then now they're going to, make it taxable income?
Citi's point is, if we gave you an iPad, if you won a prize, anything over 600, they generally generate a 1099. So they're saying miles, just like a cash gift, are taxable. However, you don't actually own miles.
Yeah.
Frequent flyer miles, in this case American Airlines, they're owned by the airline. The airline specifically states they can change it at any time, and they expire. Last I checked, money didn't expire. So if Citi actually gave us cash, I could see why they would maybe have to, report it. But
think, for example, I mean, we've got thousands of employees from American. It's one of our largest employers here in Miami-Dade County. Suppose they go out of business. They're in bankruptcy right now. I doubt they will.
Right.
But then
tomorrow, yeah. I mean, with these, the mileage programs are generally very profitable because they sell so many miles to the credit card companies. So even if American did go under, there's a very good chance that the miles would still be good because someone else would pick it up. But you have a great point. Tomorrow those miles could be worthless, or tomorrow American could say, we're changing the rules around and you can only use it for, flights that don't work for you, thus making them worthless to you, yet you still have to pay the taxes on it, which is ridiculous.
What do I do? Because I'm mad.
Well, the first thing I recommend is talk to a licensed tax professional, to give you advice on how to file your taxes. The second thing I would recommend, if you did get one of these 1099s, let Citi know you're not happy about it. Just like when Bank of America did their huge ATM
fees.
With enough public outroar, they definitely changed the way they handled that. So I think Citi's gotten a lot of heat on this. I think continuing to let them know you're unhappy. And frankly, I'm not a tax professional, but the IRS has historically not pursued taxing frequent flyer miles. So I think you can either dispute the valuation and say, no way are these miles worth $625. Or you could, choose not to file it altogether. In either case, I would just, document why and be ready in case you do get audited. You want to have your trail covered.
Okay, and we should tell folks, Brian used to work on Wall Street, and this points thing got so big because he was flying all the time, he turned it into a profession. What's hot on your blog right now about getting points and using points?
The funny thing is the easiest way to get points right now are the credit card bonuses. There are amazing bonuses out there. Like Chase Sapphire Preferred Card gives 50,000 points, and it gives double points for all these other things. Now the thing to note though is these credit card bonuses are not taxable. Okay. So at least for the time being.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you can get points from shopping, eating, buying insurance, so.
Holding a meeting at a hotel.
Exactly.
Just read that on your blog.
Check out the site.
All right, thank you so much. For anything points, you can log on to Brian's website. He is thepointsguy.com.